it's good racing either way.
I tell you what, I've got to say, Undefeated, the Husky video that they put out about your season, your 24 season, that is unreal watch. And like watching someone go around a super enduro track anyway is like, oh fucking hell, you know, you're like watching it, like the bikes get nailed, that you're the whole time you're on the edge of like balance, trials, motocross.
Yeah.
But watching it with your last season and your knee injury, mate, I was like, honestly, I had my fists clenched. I was like, I couldn't believe it. You're just going back out. What happened? Talk us through roughly what happened. So
so third round of the championship, first weekend of January this year. Just came up, still not really that sure how I ended up coming up so short on this jump, because it wasn't a big jump. The only thing, it was like the finish line jump, and I'd just done like a heater lap.
Yeah.
So I think I've just hit the last corner, not really too worried, because it wasn't a big jump, so I wasn't too worried about the takeoff of the jump. And I think I've got cross-rutted, mainly just focused on the corner. Came up super short and like a little bit sideways, and just kind of landed with my foot out. Didn't even crash, but just, my foot is the first thing that's hit the ground, or actually hit like a big concrete pipe. That hit the ground, bike then landed and just had like a pop. I don't even know what to describe, but not a good feeling going on in my leg. Just dropped to the floor. Knew instantly like my knee was fucked. Like, you just know when you do something bad, you're just like, oh, this is really bad.
Yeah.
That was the last practice session. So we do like a free practice, a time practice, sometimes 2 free practices, but free practice, time practice, and then have like a 3-4 hour break until the night show starts. So then I'm just kind of like laid on this like a school canteen table of like the changing rooms of this arena in Germany, just thinking, oh fuck. I had like this German physio, one of the other riders had brought him, and he's like trying to tell us my knee's fine, it's all in my back, the problem. And he's like got his elbows in my back and stuff like that, and he's like pulling on my knee so hard, and I'm just like laid on this canteen table, like looking at my team manager, and this bloke's going, your knee's fine, and we're like, all right.
Oh my Lord.
And he's like pressing in my back and getting us to stand up and doing a squat. He's like, is it better? And then in the end I'm just like, yeah, that feels good now. He's like, yeah, you're strong, you'll be fine. But I'd done a few little tests and like put some weight through it and stuff, and I was like, well, I think it's rideable, or somewhat, like
it feels stable enough.
Yeah, and obviously we're wearing knee braces, and in a motocross boot, it's fairly stable. And I knew like there was 2 weeks off after this race, and and I was like, well,
chilling.
I feel like one-legged, I'm a decent level. Like, I wasn't expecting to win that night, 100%.
Yeah.
But I was like, I do feel like, I can go out there with just using my right leg and not get points for the championship, put it that way.
It's interesting because you like when you did your knee, obviously in the slow-mo, it's horrible. But like when you actually watch a normal lap, it's sort of what I like about SuperEnduro. It's not like clean and perfect.
Yeah.
It involves a lot
that
of like
kind of
dabbing,
shit happens all the
dropping.
time.
Yeah. So it's, I don't know. It's like,
so anyway, went out and raced, and like, was pretty. Actually, I wasn't expecting to win that night. I know Johnny's had a problem with his brake in the first race. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have won that one. And then the second race, I did win. Kind of straight up, and then he won the last one. I crashed, but because it's 3 races, the points added together, I won the overall. And then was in Germany, and the team's based in Italy, so the mechanics were like driving through or like near enough to Salzburg. So I was like, I'll just drop me off at the Red Bull Athlete Centre. I'll figure it out from there. Like, that's the easiest place. I'm gonna get results the fastest if I go there. So like, I texted him on the Sunday night, like, got that. Just arrived in Salzburg, need an MRI scan, like barely like any warning whatsoever. So hobbled in there on the Monday morning, just like, I'm fucked, please help me.
Was there part of you that was like not wanting to even find out, or
no?
Because you just won. It must be like,
no, I knew it was fucked.
Yeah.
And the race Saturday, the Saturday night, I like didn't even sleep a wink. It got so bad. Like I had a throbbing and like the pain and the swelling Sunday morning was horrific, like really bad.
Also, in hindsight, like after you actually got it checked out, you actually had like fractures in there as well.
Yeah,
right?
so got dropped off there Sunday, hobbled into the centre Monday. Like, I need an MRI scan. Like, they're like, okay, yeah, you you need help. So I had the scans Monday, then came back. And I only managed to get a scan like late Monday. And then went back to the centre, and there they have like a doctor that's just a few doctors, but no like orthopedic doctors or anything. So they got the scan straight away, but they said, we need to get like a report from a knee surgeon tomorrow. But from like my opinion, my ACL was completely torn, my LCL was torn, my meniscus was torn, and I had 2 fractures of my tibia plateau. So I'd like weighed it up, and because I knew you could pretty much carry on without the ligaments and stuff like that. I mean, it's not good to, but you can.
Yeah.
And so I was asking, like, what's the fractures? And the doctor was like, no, I think they're going to need fixed straight away. Like, one of them's fine, but one of them's unstable. In his opinion, it's going to need fixed, so which would mean I was kind of out of the championship. So I left there on the Monday night. Well, I stayed in the hotel there to get the knee surgeon's opinions the next day. But Monday night, I was like, it's going to need surgery. Like, told Roxy, like team manager, like, I'm pretty fucked. It's going to need surgery, but again, I've got to wait confirmation from a knee surgeon, which they had sent everything to a knee surgeon in Austria. I had a couple of other knee surgeons that I knew, and like was doing some research, and I knew RJ Hampshire, the Supercross rider. He'd came back from an ACL really quick, so I'd text him, and obviously he rides for Husky and stuff like that. So
he had the surgery.
He'd had surgery and came back within like, I think it was 3 months, and he was back racing.
Wow, really? Yeah.
So I text him just for any info, any news, or any advice he would have. So he put us in touch with his doctor. So by like the Tuesday morning, I'd like sent the scans to like 5 different doctors, and just I thought between 5 of them, one of them is going to tell us I can carry on, and I'll just go with his opinion. So the RJ's doctor was actually the first one to come back to us. Probably because of like just the way the time zones were or whatever, and he was really, really good. He rang us straight away, and he was like, no, I've looked at the scans, and yeah, I think you're fine. Like the fractures, they aren't going to get better from surgery. Like, even if you're getting your whole knee fixed, I wouldn't touch the fractures. I wouldn't pin them. I would just let them heal naturally. Like, that's to fix it there, you're going to lose so much range of motion. Like, just let it heal naturally. So obviously it's not recommended to continue, but like you can, like, in his opinion. So that was done deal in my opinion. Like, from my side, like, I've told everyone, like, it's fine. Obviously they wanted to wait for the Austrian doctor. That there was one in it. The one Italian doctor had also thought we need surgery, and then the Austrian one agreed with the American one, and the guy ended up doing the surgery in London. He also agreed, like, I could carry on and get it fixed.
So it was majority vote. Is actually
yeah,
right.
so
you were being sensible.
I mean, I'd made the decision after the first one, but it was nice to get the backup from the rest. And like the one in London and Austria were like two of the highest rated or respected knee surgeons. So they were like, yeah, he should be fine.
So watching your season, I was like, I don't know if you're like filling in the gaps and making it up, but are you like literally riding, trying to not put weight through it?
Yeah.
Trying to
not put it down even, like.
Putting it down's primary, is it?
It's weird because, like, sometimes you could put it down, it was fine. Like, I didn't train much at all. Probably like a handful of times from January until the end of the season, which was in March. And like, I rode motocross one day, and like some like left-handers, I could like almost like put my heel on the floor and scrape it all the way around, and I'm like, this is weirdly okay.
Yeah.
And then I rode, it was raining one day, and we went to just like this place we ride hard enduro and just kind of cruised around. We made like a little turn track. I was riding with Johnny, and then when I was riding blind and not knowing, like, kind of I was just following him, playing follow the leader or whatever, it was terrible. Like, I was terrified to do anything.
Yeah.
So like times when I knew where the track went were okay, and I think because I could anticipate, right, there's a left-hander coming, I can stick my foot out, but as long as I keep it a bit higher than normal, like, it's not bad. Like, and I had confidence. As soon as I didn't really know where the track was going or what I was gonna, like, didn't have a plan, I had no confidence whatsoever. So I think that's why, like, I could continue, and obviously it's a 30-second, 40-second lap. I know I've got a plan laid out for it. So, it was pain. I dabbed it in practice no, not in practice. In the first race of Romania, which was the next round, I was changing up a gear, going over the finish line jump, and something like, I don't know what, moved, popped,
it's like the
tweaked.
weirdest stuff that does it.
Changing up a gear in midair, and I was just like, in midair, just like, fuck. Yeah. And then like, went to put it down in the next corner, and because obviously I just had I don't know what it was, something moved. It didn't even want to come off the foot peg. Like I was scared to take it off. And then the rest of that race, I was leading that race at the time and ended up second in that heat. And I was just literally like screaming. I almost wasn't even in that pain at times, but it was just my natural instinct to just go, ah.
Yeah.
I'd like come into a corner and I'd just start screaming for some reason. And then, so that really hurt. And then had that was the first final of the night. I had 2 more. And by the second one, it was all right. Like I was dabbing it again. Like it was just weird how it would go like that. So yeah, like I said, just preserved it really. Tried to get as much swelling out of it as I could in the week. Didn't worry about training on the bike, and somehow managed to win overall each round still, it's
unreal achievement. And like I do think the edit actually really gets it across. The edit really cool. Yeah.
Came across really, really well. Harvey, the lad who does the stuff for Husky, I have a pretty good relationship with him, and like he knows quite well how I like things to come across, and obviously like we talk quite a bit about my vlogs and shit like that, and he knows. I think he's got a good understanding of me, and he really delivered it.
Super important, isn't it? It's like it could go wrong. I think that story couldn't go wrong. It was so amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that wasn't even the plan, really. Initially, it was like they wanted... To be fair, I was getting a bit sick of him, to be honest, because he was coming to every round, and obviously I'd do a vlog or whatever from every round, and we were trying to think of a way how they could produce some different content for their channel and stuff like that. And like the first 2 rounds, I was like, you just fucking copy my vlog here. Like I'm saying, being a bit more professional when I talk to you, but like...
Just saying everything
You've
twice.
got better action footage because you've got a proper filmer there, and then they're like filling it in with bits. So I got a bit sick of them, to be honest. And then when my knee hurt, they laid back a bit. Again, I don't think it was too intentional, but by the end of it, I think they were like, "Fuck, this is too good not to put something all together."
Yeah. Okay. Hey man, what an episode that was. You did amazing in it.
And so did you.
You shone like a star.
You shone like a moon.
Can we also put something up here that you can click on for the next episode?
How about we put a subscribe up there in the middle?
Yeah,
we're going to put a video we think that our lovely companionship will love on your face.
On my face?
Yeah.
And so they can't see me now?
Gone. And on my face, another video that we think people will love. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please hit like and subscribe. You guys are the best.
Peace and love.